Hey everyone, how have you all been? It's your favourite Australian. So, we're going to take a great look at one of the most schizophrenic videos I've ever seen from Herman Smith, the Nintendo fanboy himself. But before we do that, I just want to say thank you for helping me reach 500 subs and for some reason that video popping off. So, thank you, and let's move on. We should start off with just looking at the name of the video. If this won't show you how schizophrenic and how batshit insane he's become, I don't know what else to say. Let me read it out to you. Xbox, PlayStation, and PC are overpriced pieces of hardware. Nintendo Switch dominates them all. Well, fuck. Well, there's nothing much to say. I think that just speaks for itself. I'm on the verge of killing myself now. Thank you, Herman. I really needed to know that, there are people so batshit insane that people like you are allowed to walk the earth. I'm gonna fucking just die. No, why? Without further ado, let's start watching his video to defend these arguments. I can assure you, I'm not gonna die halfway through it.
Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of Eye of the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole Lore and Fred, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon.
Oh shit, another confession already. Well, what can I confess? I've been doxxed this week, that was pretty cool. Mainly because I called someone a shitter at the game on For Honor, and they did not like that. So they took that very personally, and they didn't like what words I called them as well. So either way, it's been a pretty good week. On top of that, getting 500 subs, only winning from here.
Game developers are wasting their time developing titles for Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and the PC. They should be focusing all their time and effort in maximizing...
Herman, I'm gonna put it this way. The Nintendo Switch to me is no longer necessary purely for the fact the Steam Deck exists. I can play fully fledged games that are only meant for PC on a Steam Deck. Yes, there is a pretty decent audience for Nintendo Switch, but overall, it's not the best system to play games. And with that, the hardware overall is outdated as fuck. Yes, consoles are outdated, but I would rather much have a console to actually play a game.
Their support for Nintendo Switch consoles. Every game should be coming out on the most successful gaming platform. This isn't like rocket science. This isn't all that complicated. All we're seeing now is a lot of bluster, a lot of nonsense, a lot of like weird claims from developers who are paid off by Sony in order to support other platforms. But
excuse me, what? I don't think they're paid off. It's just ease of access to a development kit. For example, Xbox, you can pay $5 to turn your console into a development kit to make your own games or to optimize your games for that platform. For $5. I'm not sure if PlayStation and Nintendo offer that same deal. I have no experience with their platforms, so I can't tell you off by heart. I'd have to say that you're pretty fucking retarded to say that they are paid off. You haven't given us any proof that they are. You haven't told us or shown us anything that proves that they are. That's your one problem, Herman, that you never do. You only say and you never show.
Not Nintendo into not supporting Nintendo Switch. That's what we're seeing here. Let's be real here. This has been happening since the 90s. It's been like a very prevalent problem.
Fuck, I thought I was insane by just saying stupid shit on the internet and getting myself into trouble for that, but oh my fucking god. You need to get yourself checked out. It's not like Nintendo just fell out of being more relevant in the gaming market. They fell back, yes, they are still one of the big three, of course, but being in a position that they are, they don't need to do much. If they continue making handheld devices like the Switch or Switch 2 or whatever the fuck's coming next, they don't need to do anything. They just need to get better hardware and, actually be something like the Steam Deck and, actually be able to play games on it. And to say it started back in the 90s is pretty fucking bullshit. I would have to say that you're pretty fucking stupid to believe that. It's just that better things started to come along and look more promising.
But now it's becoming more and more obvious because the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X have absolutely nothing to offer to gamers whatsoever. The big new game of this generation, Hogwarts Legacy, is also coming to Switch, right? You have games...
Yeah, no, I think that's gonna get cancelled. There is no way it's gonna run on the Switch. They would have to remove so many features just to get it to work, let alone even function. My PC is very high-end as well, and it was still suffering from stuttering.
That are available on every platform. You have games that really should be available on Switch. There is no justification for Resident Evil 4 Remake or Elden Ring or Returnal or any of these other multi-platform games to not be available on Nintendo Switch.
It's good to see you don't understand how hardware works. The Nintendo Switch is so limiting, it could barely even run them at 10 frames. The Steam Deck had trouble running Elden Ring. I could only imagine what would happen if Nintendo Switch got a hold of it.
And in essence, if a developer really wants to produce high quality, unique, interesting stuff at an affordable price, right? If they want to stay within their budget, if they don't want to blow $100 million on Forspoken.
You know, every time that someone makes a game, it's a gamble of success. I don't get why you're saying this. It's a gamble of success constantly when making games. You need to figure out how much the game is going to be, how much will it cost to produce, and then realize, will that even be profitable? Will it be worth? Will the marketing pay off? Just because it's going on a platform does not make it an instant success, Herman.
They should be developing for the Nintendo Switch, which is a much more reasonably priced, reasonably powered.
Reasonably powered? You mean reasonably fucking weak?
Console. And that is the thing about this console generation. That is the thing about the PC, is that these platforms are indeed overpowered. They are overpriced. No developer can afford to properly support these consoles with develop games that can really max out their capabilities.
Are you high? I'm gonna give you an example. Blight Survival. That is a game that is using everything at its disposal to make a good game. And you're sitting there and telling me that they don't have access to the full kit of a PC. Are you high? I'm a developer, a modder. I know how to make stuff. I know how to make assets and many other things. And you're sitting there and telling me that I don't have access to Blender, Unreal Engine, Unity, many things to help me make stuff. Are you high? Let's use Unreal Engine as an example. That has an upfront cost. And then you can do whatever you want inside the Unreal Engine store. You have access to many things. You just need to buy a license for that app. And maybe you can buy other people's assets if you want to use them. But that's what they're there for.
So instead, they shouldn't even try. If they want to make good, compelling video games, they should be focusing on making good, compelling video games, not on supporting useless pieces of hardware.
Bruh, Nintendo is a useless fucking piece of hardware. What do you mean? Every game, majority of games I should say, are made on PC. What are you on about? Because of PC, you have Zelda. You have everything you like on Nintendo. Because of stuff that is used to develop on PC. Are you fucking insane?
That really have no business existing to begin with, right? PS5 and Xbox Series X should not be supported, okay? They shouldn't even be available for sale, honestly. And the only way that's ever going to happen is if we simply refuse to support.
You know, hardware like that is the reason why most people game today. They bought that Xbox 360, played Halo, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. I remember when I was playing that shit. I still miss those days, on God. And that is what helped me get into gaming. If it wasn't for them, or a console, in general, I wouldn't be here. Because at the time, they're affordable. They can play relatively beefy games for their time. Looking back on them now, they're fairly fucking primitive. But what we have now, and what is available now like Series X and PlayStation 5, we need them. Don't get me wrong, Herman. The prices for these new generation consoles or current gen consoles are pretty fucking stupid. Just having Nintendo and PC would be an absolute shit place for gaming.
Don't pay their subscription fees, don't buy their games, don't buy their platforms, and instead focus all of our time, our energy, and our passion into playing Nintendo exclusives. I can tell you that I've had more fun playing Nintendo Switch Sports than I would have playing Elden Ring, right? It's more challenging, it's more complex, there's more to do in the game,
Okay, motherfucker, as a Souls veteran, you can get fucked straight to hell. Go to hell, die, demon. Your ass belongs in Bendigo with the Eshays. Or, we could send you to Wagga Wagga and put you through basic training. I would rather that for your fat ass.
More technical depth, there's more variety in the gameplay. Nintendo Switch Sports just dominates Elden Ring, and I feel like very few people will want to admit that because they want to continue deluding themselves into thinking that Elden Ring is somehow cutting edge or the best game on the market when really it's not even.
Unlike Nintendo, FromSoft actually gives a shit about their community and has done nothing but support their community through every game they release. Do not sit there and tell me Nintendo does. Nintendo is the same group of people that will go out of their way to take any legal action against their community for even modifying the game, or even breathing differently on the game. Do not sit there and tell me they are likable. They are not.
Close. There are better action RPGs. There are better open world games. There are better games, period, on Nintendo Switch, and yet We're still in this delusional period.
Okay then, name them, Harmon. I'm here. Is there anyone you can name Zelda? That's the only one I can think of. Go on, name some. I'm waiting. I want to hear some proof.
Where nobody wants to admit it. People really are trying to justify their $4,000 PCs, their overpriced consoles, the fact that we have a new console generation to begin with, when none of that was really necessary. What people should have done is just demand better games on the consoles they already own.
They can't make better games without better hardware. It limits them to what they can do. Have some common sense, please.
Like the PS4 was dead in the water, and so they had to pump out the PS5, which is also floundering. Like, just let the brand die and just support Nintendo going forward.
Bro, they should just let Nintendo die. Actually put the games on consoles and PC. Genuinely better option.
It's not all that complicated, but we're seeing like companies just fall over backwards trying to defend Sony. You have like Square Enix releasing statements saying that like Final Fantasy 16 couldn't possibly run on a gaming PC, which is like ridiculous. We designed this for exclusively for the PS5. Like that's a load of crap, and everybody knows it.
We need to put your ass in a padded cell. There is no way you're allowed to walk out in public.
Like you have developers just crying about like, blowing $100 million on like Forspoken. You have like, the games as a service becoming more being pushed. You have like these people developing NFTs, right? Square Enix like legit fired their CEO and put forward the guy who was pushing for NFTs at the forefront of their company.
Yeah, that's because Square Enix as a whole is fucking stupid. They're probably going to go under. They've been failing. No one wants them anymore. I don't even know why they even bothered making Forspoken when they probably knew it was going to fail. The game was that bad and unlikable, everyone has pretty much forgotten about it. I forgot about it until you mentioned it.
And yet all anybody wants to talk about is this alleged idea that Pokemon is like going to start contributing to NFTs to begin with. I don't see a lot of people focusing on the Square Enix side of things, but I see people like trying to make stuff up about Pokemon. So, interesting double standard there.
It's okay if Nintendo does it, but anyone else, they can all go get fucked. I like your mentality and your double standard.
Again, all this comes down to is Nintendo bad and everything else good. You're not allowed to be a Nintendo fanboy. You're not allowed to talk.
We've fucking done it, boys. He admitted he's a fanboy. Finally, my life is complete.
Talk about like how Nintendo is superior to other consoles, but if you like gaming PC, you're the part of the master race. If you're a Sony fan, you have the most successful TV show of all time, the best video game adaptation ever in The Last of Us HBO. If you're an Xbox fan, you're gonna own every single game company on the planet, and you have Xbox Game Pass, which is the most successful gaming streaming service in the world, which isn't true, by the way. Nintendo Switch Online is more popular.
That's a bold statement, Herman. I would like to see some proof. Please? Come on, maybe this time. Just a little bit of proof, not too much.
Why exactly are we here? Like, how exactly did we get to this point? Like,
bro, when I woke up this morning, I was asking the same fucking questions.
It really does feel like the vast majority of gaming YouTubers, of critics, of journalists, of analysts, like, they're just downplaying the very real fact that Switch is the most popular platform by far for actually playing games.
To me, it comes down to choice of the person. People may prefer to play on PlayStation, Xbox or PC, or Nintendo Switch. Steam Deck, anything. You pick it, it's up to you. It doesn't really matter if it's popular or not as long as you enjoy playing on it. Why is it such a big problem that it has to be the best?
They just don't want to admit it. They just do not want to admit that Nintendo has won the console war, and everything we're seeing now from like these clickbaiters, from these shills, from these influencers is just like trying to keep them.
I won't lie to you, I kind of forgot Nintendo existed. I'd been more focused on PlayStation fanboys offing themselves at the fact that they'd be coping every day ever since that news about the acquisition.
Farce going for just a little bit longer to continue getting those clicks, to continue getting those super chats, to get those donations, those Patreon contributors, to just continue pretending that like someday the Dreamcast 2 is going to come back and just destroy everything. Like that maybe we'll get a good game on Xbox, maybe if we keep supporting them.
Suck my dick, Herman. I thought Halo Infinite was pretty good. Good gunplay and a pretty good story. I mean, I won't excuse anything that happened with like bugs and glitches on the game, but god fucking damn, at least that part was good. I'm a man of low standards, that's why I don't play fucking any first-party games anymore.
Like, why does anyone care? Why does anyone support any of these platforms? PlayStation and Xbox will never be relevant. They never were relevant. They could never compete with Nintendo consoles, and I'm kind of sick of pretending they ever could. And PC gaming is so delusional. Like, you guys think that, like, Facebook...
See, I'm all about game preservation, and can you guess where I can do that? On PC. I have downloaded so many fucking games over the last month, just in the idea that I'll play those in 20 years' time. I have them all sitting on an external hard drive ready to use, whenever I fucking please. Can you guess who the worst culprit of not preserving their games are? Nintendo. You can't play many of those games unless you do the funny and pirate them. I should say this so YouTube doesn't come and like gun me down in my sleep. Piracy bad. Never do piracy unless you want the game.
Twitter, YouTube, like these are all like viable PC exclusives, which isn't even true, but like the fact that you use your PC to like, look at naked women on the internet, or like, you consider we're talking about PC gamers, people like, oh no, it's Alex, like probably male women, I suppose, fanboys, whatever they call them. What are they?
Oh my fucking god, you did Alex dirty. Oh yeah? What if he likes men? Lady men? I mean, femboys are fucking weird. I mean, I think they're fucking weird. But anyway, that's besides the point. You dogging on a man's preferences, that's not very nice of you, asshole. You know what, Herman? I hope you look at my mod list on Skyrim, because you would be very not surprised at what's on there. No, I did not download anything to do with Smex. Never. No, never.
I call them traps. Like, I don't exactly know, but like, considering that you can only find that on PC reliably, that's your favorite exclusive. That's what you're into.
See, the way that you worded that, it makes me really think you know how to find it on Nintendo. Oh wait, no, I think most of the games there do offer that stuff, don't they? If it's anything like Steam, you find a bunch of sex games on there any day.
That's what gets you excited. That's what gets you passionate. Me, the actual gamer, I'm playing Nintendo Switch Sports. I'm playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I'm playing Metroid Fusion, Mario and Luigi, Wario Land 3. I am looking forward to Tears of the Kingdom. I'm playing Cereza. I'm playing Fatal Frame 4. Like,
you know what I'm gonna do, Herman? I'm gonna go play Command and Conquer Kane's Wrath or Tiberium Wars, and I'm gonna go mod the game. You can't mod games on Nintendo, can't you? I mean, well, not on Switch, of course. That is it for this video. There is nothing more to talk about. I mean, he just rambles on for like the last minute, so I'll just save you the time and say it was nothing relevant to the video. I'll see you all later. Leave a like, subscribe, and join my Discord. One more thing, thank you for helping me reach 500 subs. It means a lot.